just two guys, one iPhone microphone, and a whole lot of background noise. Julian Frick presents Just Another Podcast. With the guest today being Dan, co-owner of the Roots Cafe. Sir Dan. It's weird to say just Dan when you don't have a last name. So I'm going to call him Daniel. I'll be interviewing Daniel from the Roots Cafe, and he'll be talking about how they got into the business, talking about a few of the menu items they have, as well as special guests and new improvements at the Roots Cafe. Why don't you come out and support, listen in, support your local town. Just Another Podcast. Julian Frick, Sir Daniel from the Roots Cafe, co-owner, of course. Thank you very much.
Never mind.
Let's get this thing started, Dan.
Good?
Yep.
Well, hey, dude, welcome back. Thanks for coming in early to help us bring up a 250-pound box.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Back like I never left. All right. So, damn, how do I get started? Well, how did you and JT become owners of Roots Cafe?
So I worked here. This Roots Cafe existed since 2008. They used to be located as like a little tiny takeout spot where Jocko is. I don't know if I ever told you this.
No.
So they were where Jocko is, and they had literally 2 tables inside. And they did mostly takeout, like 99% takeout, and then they had the 2 tables. And I went in there all the time, me and Deborah, which we were just dating at the time. We went in there all the time, and we loved it. And I was like, this place is cool. And then we found out they were relocating. And at that point, I wasn't necessarily happy with where I was working. Just looking for something new. So I was like, oh, you guys are relocating. I definitely want to be a part of that if you're looking for people in the kitchen. And that happened in 2013.
Oh my God.
And of course, their opening date was while I was in Aruba. So I didn't actually get to be here on the day of. But July 2013.
This location?
Yeah, opened this location in 2013. And then I worked here up until 2017. 2017, I was like, I kind of plateaued. There's really nowhere else for me, there's no higher position for me to have here. So I went and worked with JT at La Cava Brewing in Berwyn.
Okay.
And literally almost a year to the day, it was April 2017 I left, April 2018 we came back. So what happened was the previous owner, he has this crazy opportunity. He does marijuana farming up in
Oh my God.
He'd probably want me to say cannabis.
Yeah.
Because that's the more, it's a legal operation.
Yeah.
So he's a cannabis farmer in Maine.
Okay.
And that is like super demanding. So he was like, I can't do Roots and that at the same time, especially when I'm living
When you're
in
two
Maine.
different locations.
Not only that, the guy has a little family.
Yeah.
So we worked something out with him where JT and I purchased it from him and started in April 2018.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was it essentially like what you guys are running now, like a whole little breakfast lunch place? Brunch
It was, so basically it was what it is now, but we just kind of tightened things up a little bit, and I think elevated the food a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. But we didn't want to come in here and change the whole concept around, because that would have made a lot of people upset.
Was it
Which
always
we still did anyway. We still made a lot of people upset just from changing anything, God forbid.
Was it always a natural food based menu locally and everything like that?
Oh yeah, it was always that was always the philosophy here, and that's kind of what I've always liked about it.
Is that where the name The Roots comes from, Roots Cafe, or is it just you don't really know?
Yeah, I have no idea. Dan, it definitely had something to do with he liked to tailor to the vegetarian stuff, and it's all about the farm to table and roots. But I feel like with Dan, he was a creative guy. I feel like there was some other meanings to it. It was probably a word that had 15 different meanings.
Okay.
But what I gather from it is that roots. You stay rooted.
Yeah.
Stay here. Everything is purchased from Chester County.
Yeah.
Keep it all in one spot. So
that's kind of what I figured.
We have roots, and then
So no affiliation.
farm to table affiliation.
No affiliation with the band.
Nah, nor the movie.
Nor the movie. There's a movie called The Roots.
Oh, dude, you gotta check it out. That's a conversation for another interview.
All right.
You'll see why when you look it up.
All right. Who's in it?
Nobody that.
No.
You'll see.
Okay. All right. So as far as your meals go, I think they're really good myself. But I'm just doesn't mean much. I'm just a young guy. But how do you go about the process of changing or adding new menu items? Because it seems like it's when I was working here, it changed twice.
Yeah.
And it's changed again.
Well, it does matter that you're a young person and you like it because that's most of our clientele anyway.
Yeah.
We get a lot of college kids that come in here that work here, that bring their friends in. You know, we take Rambucks and all that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good that somebody your age group likes it.
You do a lot of modern vegetarian stuff and as well as maybe some vegan options.
So how do we come up with
do you just
menu changes? Honestly, it's very just kind of like impromptu. Like JT and I will be like, all right, it's time. This is run its course. Usually we know it's time to change the menu when we're getting bored of cooking the same stuff all the time.
Okay.
So, and also as the seasons change. But the way that we do it is just like, you know, we've eaten a lot of different foods, know a lot about different foods. We have completely different approaches to cooking food.
Yeah.
So basically what we end up doing is we're like, all right, time to change the menu. Come up with a whole menu, and I'll come up with a whole menu, and then we like kind of sit down with them and look back and we're like, oh, that one's a good idea.
Oh, really?
That one's a good idea. Yeah, and most of the time it ends up being like 50-50 split. Like we always pick like how many things are on the menu. I don't know. Let's just say there's 20. Like he'll pick 10 things from mine. I'll pick 10 things from his. Yeah. But then there's some items that are just like there that are never gonna
just never gonna leave.
You know, with
like
the
that chicken sandwich. Never.
We said it at the same time. You can't take the chicken sandwich off.
No.
Probably can't take off the pork belly Benedict.
Yeah.
Probably can't take off the ALT.
What about that? What's that one bowl you do that always changes the ingredients?
Superfood ash. We can't take that off. And that's cool and all, but like since our menu's already small, like we're really only changing a few things at a time.
Yeah.
So it's never like a complete overhaul. It's you know, for anybody that like loves something like if it's not the superfood, the chicken or the ALT, then they might be upset, but it's really not that big of a change. And sometimes we'll bring stuff back. It's like, wow, when that menu that one time, this did really well.
Yeah.
We'll bring it back
and
pull it out of the Disney vault.
Yeah.
That's what JT calls it.
Disney vault.
The Disney vault.
Is there any inspiration from like other places you eat or anything like that? Or is it just kind of?
I mean, not lately. I'm sure there have been times.
Yeah.
Not lately though.
Yeah.
We kind of just try to. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
that one sandwich I loved. You said I don't know who said anything about it. The bacon arugula. You're like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
That one came from somewhere.
My wife and I, Deborah and I we were on our honeymoon, our alternative honeymoon because we were supposed to be in Italy, but we weren't allowed to travel there.
Okay.
But that's right. We had a sandwich very similar to that in Stone Harbor. That was where we ended up spending after our courthouse marriage, we went to Stone Harbor for a couple days, and there was this little cafe across the street, and it was like, this is bacon. It was bacon, eggs, and Gruyere, and garlic aioli. We added the arugula to it. We put it on an English muffin. And that's a big seller. That actually made it onto this newer menu that we have.
I had it after every time I worked here. I couldn't stay away.
That's the one thing on our menu that has like a story behind it. Like why is it on the menu? It's like, well, you know, my wife and I ate it every day for 4 days in Jersey.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. So we were talking the other day about like the hot sauce here. How do you go about the process like of making it?
How do we make it? So, without me telling you all the ingredients.
Yeah. Of course.
So it's really simple. I mean, it's basically put it all in a pot and let it reduce. You know, there's probably, I want to say, like, there's around 20-something ingredients in that hot sauce. Put it on a big old stock pot. I mean, we have to make a lot of it because a lot of people eat it. Yeah. And we let it reduce so the viscosity is right because it'll thicken. There's like some sugar in there and whatnot, so it thickens. And then there's also some peppers in there, and we just puree it. With the Vitamix, and then we just let it cool, and then we bottle it up. When we jar it up, we're not selling it yet.
Was it like a purposeful thing, or was it kind of accidental? You just made it a hot sauce. You're like, maybe we should give this a shot.
I actually just had a thing, Westchester Press. They were asking about our hot sauce specifically. JT this was at La Cabra. He was doing a similar sauce. He was trying to come up with like the best. You ever get wings with buffalo sauce and it's like runny? Yeah. You know, it's not sticking to the wing, the viscosity.
I had that yesterday actually.
Yeah, there you go. Where at? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I can't say.
Let's put it on.
It's in town though. It's in town.
Yeah. No, so he wanted to come up with something that had the viscosity of something that was like stick to the wing and it's not sauce all over the plate, but also not only had a good viscosity but had really good flavor too. So he had that over there, but then I think we achieved an even better one once we came over here because once we had our own place, everything matters more. He started that whole thing. We kind of brought it over here and we tinkered with it, we tailored it together. And
it's been killing it.
And it's been killing it, yeah. So we actually have an application in under review
To try to sell it.
With the Department of Agriculture to sell it.
Do you really need to go that far out to sell something like that?
Yeah, you do.
Really?
Yeah, because if you're selling something like that's supposed to be shelf stable, or if it's different if you were to come in here and ask me for a side of hot sauce and take it home with you, or even if you ask me for a jar, let me put it in a big soup container for me or a mason jar. Like that's one thing, but if we're like putting it on a shelf or it's being stored in refrigeration, you have to go through a lot of processes. There's a lot of like hazard analysis and stuff like that, and they have to come out and inspect how we make it, make sure there's no cross-contamination with allergies.
Food, yeah.
They need to make sure that our kitchen is like, certified, which it already is. That's an easy step. There's a lot of things they need to like make sure in order for them to grant us permission to sell it safely to people.
That's fair.
Because if we're like, you don't have to refrigerate after opening it, and you find out you do.
Yeah. So they're gonna test it all out for you, essentially?
Yeah. They test it all out for us, and they literally look at everything, like the utensils that we're using, how were they cleaned, how were they dried, every single thing. Are you wearing gloves? Who's touching the food? Do you have a policy for if somebody's ill or something?
Yeah. Are they coming out to do that soon, or you just like?
Well, we've never dealt with them before, so I don't know how fast they move.
Okay.
I would hope that
hopefully
it's
soon.
Yeah,
you got the whole upstairs going.
They might have the application. I mean, if they're anything like other organizations out there, it could take a year. I don't think it's going to.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, once they get the application, they just come out, do an inspection, and they say yes or no, and then we're good to go.
That's good news.
Yeah.
All right, so you got this idea for the upstairs. But from what I've seen, like you've renovated it to make some sort of local shop, which is kind of interesting. I always figured it'd be like another level to a restaurant. Were you guys always planning on doing something different, or was it just off the cuff? Like
no, we were along. This is like what year was that, JT? When we were gonna expand the dining room?
2020.
Yeah, it was right before COVID, which
kind of
sometimes yeah. I mean, but we were supposed to. We had blueprints like approved by the borough and the township. We were gonna have a bar upstairs. We were going to have a bunch of seating. I think somebody, page D9, is ready to pay. When you're ready.
Sorry, one of us needs something.
No way.
Anyway. But yeah, we were supposed to have like basically an expanded dining room there.
Yeah.
But in doing that, we would have had to change so much down here because right now we're grandfathered in with like handicap accessibility laws.
Okay.
We're relatively accessible anyway. I mean, we've had people here in wheelchairs before, but we just don't have like the ramp. No. So everything has to change, and we lose this whole bar area that we're sitting in right now. These become 2 ADA bathrooms, and we were like, that's a lot of stuff.
If you were to do something upstairs?
If we were to go upstairs for expanding the dining room, like a lot would have changed. That fire escape out there, we'd have to build real steps.
And that's like mandatory?
Yeah, it's all mandatory.
Wow.
It's all safety and all that. And a lot of stuff needed to happen. And like hypothetically, we thought, seating people upstairs would be great, but it became more intimidating than it was exciting.
Yeah.
And we were just like, I don't know. The people that were involved in it were like ready to go. And then COVID happened, and it gave us an opportunity to just
sit back on the
reassess
idea.
everything. So then we reopened, and it was like back to business, and we dealt with the staffing thing and blah blah blah. And we were like, what are we going to do with up there? Because nobody was up there. Nothing was up there at all. And I feel like we talked about this before. But it got brought back up, and JT just recently was like, why don't we just sell some stuff up there?
Yeah.
And we were just like, initially it was just like, merch. And then it was like, well, no, let's sell this now. Well, let's sell this. And then we found all these vendors that are based out of Westchester and like Lancaster County that were like, we want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
So we're selling a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go through a list for you. If you
go
want.
for it. Give me a shot.
We got baked goods. We got like biscottis, little cakes. We got granola bars, stuff like that. We're gonna have merch.
Yeah.
We got literally trading cards.
You're gonna have Evan up there?
Yeah, he's gonna be up there selling trading cards, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Just all kinds of snacks. We got sauces, jams.
Yeah. Hopefully the hot sauce eventually.
Our hot sauce eventually. Yeah. Honey, local maple syrup, oils. We have art. We have soaps, like everything that you can think of. We have jewelry,
No way.
Yeah, there's going to be two different jewelry makers up there.
No way. They're just giving you some stuff to sell on?
Yeah. I mean, we're buying it from them to sell it.
Yeah,
but,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Are you going to have someone work up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to have somebody work up there because, You know, as much as I want to trust everybody. And not only that, but like everybody down here is busy already, so it's going to be hard for them to do both. But yeah, it's cool because like we oftentimes have like a waiting, like a line to wait. You remember here, like say a Saturday, we might have 5 tables waiting, whether it's 20 minutes or 45 minutes. At least that's something they can do to go like kill some time, go check it out.
And it's inside too. They don't have to be outside
it's indoors.
In the heat or cold.
Yeah, I mean, you probably won't be able to be up there for an hour and kill time, but like it's there's a lot of different things in there. You know, it takes some time to look through it all. And, you know, you can be up there for like 10, 15 minutes.
You could always chat with Evan for a little while. I never know.
Honestly, you can probably kill an hour with Evan.
You could be convinced
because of the amount of cards that he's gonna have.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, they're up there now. He was showing them to me. I was like, you have thousands of like Pokemon cards, baseball cards, football cards. Like, it's crazy.
You're not gonna know you're like a trading card guy until you talk to him. Then you find out like maybe I do need some. You know?
I bought like 2 12-packs of Pokemon cards when I was younger and gave it up. Wish I didn't though, because they're going for some money.
Maybe they're going for some.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. So especially with like the bar right now that I'm looking at, you guys are like a lot more innovative than other restaurants, especially with the shop upstairs, constantly changing menus. The improvements outside and with the website even was just crazy. Are you guys like always thinking of new things to do, or is it just more off the cuff?
Well, the thinking of new projects, the lion's share of that stuff goes to JT. He loves doing this stuff. And he loves to stay busy. So
I can tell.
We knew that we had to do something with the bar just because sometimes these innovations that you see them as, we see them as solutions to problems that we have.
Exactly. No,
so
I
like
do agree.
our bar, you remember, like we just had last week. It was like really warm out. We had a full house outside and inside.
Okay.
And it was the first time we've had that since like last summer. So we weren't expecting it, and we also weren't used to having that much volume. And this bar just got so jammed up with people trying to make drinks and trying to finish with the garnishes and run them. And
not enough space.
Things just take too long. We knew that we had to change something, so we were like, this is the only other wall to put it on, really. And we wanted it against the wall. We didn't want it like
sticking out.
Yeah, we didn't want it sticking out, so that we could still keep the tables and stuff. But this is what ultimately ended up happening, and I think it's great. We have so much more space. Not only does it give us more space out here, but it clears up space in the back too.
Because all the inventory.
Yeah, and like just the being able to store more wines at one time and more beer and more like it's just easier to manage all the inventory that you have. And it's all so open too. Like before you'd have to go in the fridge, bend over, go in the back shelf on the bottom, pull out the it was just crazy.
And that little aisle right there.
And while you're doing that, you're blocking 3 other people from doing what they got to do. So another thing too, the website. You know, we did that. Guy just happened to walk in that we had done some work with in the past, but he's working for this company now. And I just hated our website the way that it was. It's a static, non-interactive. Like, why have
it was a good starter site. You know?
Yeah, it was fine, but it was way long. It was way past due for us to get a new one. But this new website is interactive. Pretty sure you can even share photos on it. But I can put photos up of the dishes. Yeah. You can write a review on it. You can interact with it, like loved it, liked it.
Yeah, that's
remind
really cool.
Me to try it.
That's like a whole different app.
Yeah,
essentially.
And now we have like the reservation platform, which the website. I love the website. That's my favorite new innovation. I like the website more than I like the bar. I love the website.
Well, it's probably one of the most important things you can have. That's the first thing people look at online.
You're right, and especially having photos too. I think that's a big one. Once we had the website and we had pictures up,
I agree, dude.
There's no way to quantify it, but we had more takeout. Like people calling in and
because they weren't so scared.
Because they saw the food. They were like, oh, we sold way more. And it's funny because one of the pictures that is on the website, the picture, is a really good photo. And all of a sudden we just started selling a ton of burgers to go. I was like, hey, is that coincidental?
No.
I think it's because
I don't know many places that do the whole picture thing. I don't think.
Neither do I. And I think that's a new thing. Those people that do our website, they're not anywhere else in Westchester right now.
Okay.
So I'm sure there's other restaurants that have a nice professionally done website, but we didn't, so we don't know what we're doing. Even if you try to use Squarespace or Wix or something, they do make them easy to like use. They're user friendly for people like us. Well, you might know more about it.
I've used Wix, actually recently.
But like to make it look professional.
That's a whole different career.
It's a whole different thing. Yeah. So it's like I'm putting together, I'll put this here or whatever, but our website just looks so much tighter now.
Yeah.
And we had some professional photographer come in. They're not my cell phone pictures on the website.
I was gonna say
they're legit pictures.
Okay, that makes sense. So like, one of the things I've noticed when I came here, like one of the best parts of this place is the environment inside. Kind of like a home essentially compared to other restaurants, like especially some I've worked at previously and do, you know. And that brings me like kind of to your outside seating. It's a lot more different than your inside. It's got a lot of space compared to the inside. Do you like plan to rent it out for any sort of events or gatherings at all, or do you just plan to keep it like standard reservations? Like
it's available for private events. Yeah, sure. I mean, the whole restaurant is. It just, you know, the price just usually depends on what day of the week it is. Okay. We actually have a party that's booking outside April 5th or April 9th or something like that. Right? Is that that's in April?
Yeah, April 9th.
Yeah.
They're renting out the whole restaurant.
They're renting out the whole restaurant.
Wow.
You know, so we made it available to them.
What is that? Is that like a graduation?
It's a bridal shower. Is it a bridal?
Bridal
Thingy.
Thingamabobber?
Bridal shower or
baby
like
shower?
Yeah, no, it's definitely bridal, not baby.
Oh, okay. It's in my
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely available. And what's even cooler too is we have expanded even further back, like where the other gazebo used to be, or whatever that thing was called. The other gazebo.
Okay.
Do you remember that in the way back?
The little platform in the back?
Yeah. So
okay.
we took the gazebo out. We built a new terrace or a pergola.
I think I remember him doing that. Yeah.
And we painted the blacktop. So that is actually a great spot, like really with no rental for like smaller parties, like up to 15, maybe 20. You know, set up a big table out there. We had actually his wife had it for her bridal shower before they got married, and we set up this big long table. It was a brunch. There was like pictures of Bloody Marys and mimosas floating around. There was quiche and like just a big table full of food and like baked goods, like muffins and croissants. And it was cool because they didn't, you know, we were able to do that, but also have service going at the same time. So we now have essentially, when it's nice out, like a private room.
It doesn't feel like you're a part, like
and you're not, and you're separate from the restaurant. So that's pretty cool because it's hard to come by space in this restaurant. Like you said, it looks like a home. I think it was built as a home.
No way.
Yeah, like their fireplace, like I don't know. I mean, this building's so old. I do think it was a home at one point.
Well, the interior decorations as well, with the pictures and the paintings and everything, kind of add to that nice feel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we've gotten that before. Yeah, it definitely feels like home. But yeah, I mean, outside, you know, if anybody ever wants to rent it out, it's there.
Yeah.
It just depends what day of the week. Sometimes you might feel like it's not worth it, but if you really love it, you know.
You have a baby shower, you want to come here?
Yeah, anything.
I was thinking, because I was at a baby shower this weekend for my sister, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever been to one. Guys usually don't go.
I went to. Oh wait, you said baby shower?
Yeah.
No.
Guys
Never
usually don't go. But I'm like her younger brother or whatever, so I went, and there was this raffle going, and like you have to bring diapers to enter the raffle.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My mom was just like,
you didn't bring the diapers?
Put your name in. I brought a gift for her, you know, for the baby. But like the diaper thing, nobody told me. I'm just a kid, I guess, and a guy, so you don't ever know.
Yeah.
But I show up and like they're doing the raffle. My sister's like, I don't really want to pick the name out. She picks me out from the crowd. She's like, you pick the name out.
Don't tell me you picked yourself.
No, hold on. not even. So I'm picking the name out, whatever, and I picked the first one out. She's like, I saw you peeking. Don't peek. And I had to put it back. I was like, sorry, my bad. I picked the second one out. I picked my own name out.
Oh my gosh. On the second one. The first one definitely wouldn't have been yours.
There was like 30 people there. And not only that, but I illegally entered the contest, and I won this tree of lottery tickets, Scratchoffs.
Oh wait, so they let you have the prize?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I won like $30.
That's like the episode of The Office where they do Employee of the Month.
Yeah.
And Jim does it based off of just the numbers.
And
they're like, all right, well then who was employee number 2 then? Supposed to be anonymous, and he's like Jim Halper.
Oh yeah.
He like
and
reads
everyone
his
starts
name
hating him.
and everybody hates him. Yeah. And then they're like, well, who's second? And then it was Pam.
I didn't tell anyone except for my sister, but when she found out, she was not too happy.
Oh, that's fine.
That makes sense, though, you know.
Did you win any money on the lottery tickets?
$25, $30, yeah.
There you go.
I just don't know where the heck to redeem them. It doesn't even say on there. There's like a 1-800 number on the back for if you have a gambling problem.
The Scratchoffs?
Yeah.
I think you can go to any place that sells Scratchoffs.
Like 7-Eleven, maybe? You think?
Yeah, so, like 7-Eleven, Wawa. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to be purchased there necessarily. I don't know.
I don't really know. It honestly doesn't tell you. It just tells you if you have a problem, seek help. That's all it says on the back. No lie. It was crazy.
I have a problem with getting my money.
Yeah. I do have a problem.
Yeah.
All right, so this last question's a little bit out there, if I do say so myself. Kind of like from my own experience. You guys are I think you guys are a hotspot in the way, like, you guys have great reviews, and like everyone I know that comes here loves it. It's kind of like a niche place, but also a small place people don't really know about until they come here. And that brings me up to, like, when I was working here in the summer, like, some popular guy came in rolling through. The guy from Harry Potter series rolled through.
Rupert
Grint. And
Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley. Yeah. And we didn't blow up his spot or anything. Like no one knew except for we did.
Yeah,
staff.
we knew.
was just so weird.
Well, he also did a good job of just like blending in well.
With the
like,
hat
he
and the
looked like
kit and
a
everything.
regular, everyday guy. Yeah, he had the hat on.
Facing the wall
Yeah.
too. But as soon as you see those eyes, dude, you know.
Yeah, you knew. That's funny. You were working here that day. Yeah, we had another celebrity here. Ron Weasley is definitely a celebrity, but we had somebody who I think is even more famous. You didn't work here when Kate Winslet came in?
No.
Do you know who Kate Winslet is?
Yeah, Titanic,
Yeah,
Mare
there
of
you go.
Easttown, yeah.
Yep, yeah, Mare of Easttown. So
So
when
she's
she was filming Mare of Easttown, it was in this area. That's where they were filming.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't work here, dude. You missed that one.
Yeah, I know.
So she comes in one
It's
day.
heartbreaking.
She comes in one day, and our young server knew that she was somebody,
But didn't know who she was.
but didn't know who she was, which is fine. But
It's
if
kinda
you're gonna guess, like just don't guess if you don't know. She
Oh,
was like,
no.
"Are you Kate Hudson?"
Oh no.
And we were like,
Oh, no.
"Who said that, Leah?"
Leah.
Oh man,
Oh,
one of our
no.
servers said, "Are you Kate Hudson?"
Thank you.
She's young.
Most young people, like she had never seen us.
Yeah, right.
That
Really?
was like a big part.
Well, now I think this new show that came out, like more younger people,
Especially
Leah's
around
age, are
here.
gonna know her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she came in. She came in one time. She sat up here. We gave her some privacy.
Uh-huh.
Again, didn't make it a
Oh,
big
that's really
deal.
cool, yeah. I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah, treated her the same way we treated Rupert.
Did you guys all knew who it was as soon
Yeah,
as
we
you
all
saw
knew
it?
who it was. I mean, everybody probably wanted to stop by and
Yeah.
hey, like let me run her maple syrup. Let
Yeah.
me run her.
Yeah, of
let me
course.
grab her drinks. Let me refill her water because
course.
everybody wanted in on the action. But she gave plenty of people the opportunity because she came in. She ended up coming in 3 more times after that, maybe 4.
See, now that's wild. She probably just trusted you guys, honestly.
Yeah, well, I think she liked it. Her husband was vegan, and her kid loved it here. It's funny, dude, because there's like definitely a cultural thing. He asked me for like a toasty and chips,
Uh-huh.
and I was like,
What does that mean?
I thought it was toast and chips. Like I just thought he wanted a piece of
Okay.
toast with some potato chips, and I was like, we have toast, but I don't have chips. And apparently, a toasty turns out is grilled cheese, and chips is fries.
Fries,
fish
yeah,
and chips,
fries.
because they're from England.
Oh, wow.
Fish and chips, you get fish and fries.
Toasty.
Toasty is grilled cheese.
That's awesome.
I was like, and then Kate Winslet was just like, grilled cheese, please. I was like, oh, gotcha. Yeah, we could do that. But nah, she was really
Wow.
cool. She was nice. I mean, and even seeing her, like, she was just with her son. She was like reading the books. Like they were just,
Yeah,
they're just
normal.
people too,
Kinda humble,
They just want to
too.
go out and
Yeah.
have a meal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like my grandparents get a little bit of, they have a little bit of start over, Jerry Spinelli, the author, and his wife.
Uh-huh.
So they're like kind of local celebrities.
Oh, really?
But they're like, my grandpa's a little more, I guess, has more exposure. His book was on Disney Plus, Stargirl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Disney Plus. It's Grace Vanderwall played the girl, and there's some actors in there. So then they're making a second one. So like now he's kind of like growing. He wrote Maniac McGee. Do you know him?
Is that, you say your grandfather?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I'm not.
So
I don't know.
a lot of people like, and I know just from growing up with them that they appreciate when like you're in and out with them. It's like, oh my gosh, you're
that
very
sick, yeah.
nice.
Nice to
Great
meet
to
you.
meet you.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
whatever, real quick. So we don't. I grew up with that kind of mentality. Like I'm never gonna like bother us.
I
Like,
agree.
"Yeah, bro."
Even just running over to Ron Weasley and giving him ketchup, I felt bad.
That was
almost.
yeah, right.
Like, because I know. Who
Sorry
he
for
is.
giving you this ketchup.
Yeah, but like as soon as he like looked at me, man, it's so weird because I felt like Harry Potter because he just had that baby
Yeah.
face.
That's funny,
It
dude.
was crazy. And actually recently, before I like stop here, I ran into Cole Hamills. He was here in town the other night.
The other night he was.
Well,
no way.
a few weeks ago, I should say.
Yeah.
He was, I don't know what he was doing. He was going bar to bar
That's awesome.
on a Thursday night.
So I met him at the chili cook-off back in like 2015 in town.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say I met him. I handed him a chili,
Uh-huh.
and he said thank you, and I said,
Oh, so the
"You're
same
welcome,
thing as
Cole."
me. What
Yeah,
did
that
you
was
say
it.
you
Was
met
just,
him?
yeah, it wasn't like we didn't meet, shake hands or nothing.
That's okay.
Yeah, I said like go Phillies or whatever, but at that time he was
like, "Leave me
retired.
alone."
Yeah, yeah. Leave me alone. I'm a regular guy eating chili here.
Dude, I went out that night just because he was out. I wasn't even planning on it.
Yeah.
And I just happened to stumble upon him on convenience.
Yeah.
And I was with my best friend, who's a big Phillies fan, and like he was the one who wanted to see him the most. So we were like at Ryan's pub and we saw him there. You kind of treat him like this bright shining star in the dark cloud
Yeah.
or whatever. And he walks by us and my friend like gets too nervous and doesn't say hello or ask for a picture or anything. I was like, dude, you're killing us right now. You're killing us. So I was like, you chase him outside right now. And he was right outside the door, Cole Hamills. And the first thing he asks him is, can you sign my hat? And Cole says, no, I'm not doing any signatures or nothing.
Oh, dude.
And my friend's head went straight down like this.
Well, that's the first thing you wanted to say, dude.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man, you gotta ask for a picture. And he's like, because he was
Yeah,
taking pictures of everyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Can you sign my hat? Come on, dude.
I don't know. It's just like,
Yeah.
he's a grown child.
Yeah, but I mean, you see him out in public. That's different.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's acceptable. You know, it's
Yeah.
almost expected. You know, and
With all the buzz that was following him, it looked like he had a posse of just college kids following him.
he probably did. He's
I
a
don't know
World
what
Series champion, dude.
MVP too.
MVP.
MVP.
He's the man.
But yeah, anyway, I got a picture with him and my friend in there.
Oh, you do?
It was cool,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome. Do you have it on your phone?
I do, yeah.
Oh,
I'll
sweet.
show it to you at the end, but
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's all I got for you on this whole thing I'm
Cool,
doing
man.
here.
Well, thank you for including us in your project. And I hope it gets a lot of exposure.
Yeah, it's a learning experience all around.
Yeah. Do you have any other restaurants?
Well, I think I'm gonna, if I do this and it works out alright, I think of course I'll have to do my restaurant just
Yeah.
because it's easier that way, and then like I'll try to start expanding, like going out to different places. Like there's that new pizza place in town. I don't know if you know about it.
It's called Pizza.
It's called
Westchester.
Pizza
yeah.
Westchester.
Yeah.
It's a little bit notorious in
He
good ways
seems
and
like
bad
he's
ways.
trying to stay low key. You know, I don't know if he'd be taking any.
But he's not though,
interviews.
because he's in town. I
Oh,
see
is that right?
I see him all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's got good hours for a good reason, yeah.
Man, you can build a pretty good network going out and partying in this town.
Dude, everybody knows him. He's a recognizable
Yeah.
face. He runs the show. He's the only one that really works there.
His pizza looks awesome.
It's incredible.
I have not gotten in there yet.
Incredible.
I think they're like cash only.
Cash only, no call, no phone numbers, no nothing.
Yeah, and I don't know if their hours change or if they're usually the same or what, but
No, you gotta stop.
I do
by.
want to check it out. Yeah,
It's
'cause
like
pizza is literally
New York style.
Talk about top 5 favorite foods. That's probably in them.
You know.
I love pizza.
All right.
And I like that style too, like the charred. It looks like it's like charred.
He does
crust
it on
and-
purpose.
Yeah.
It
Like
makes
I
it-
love that.
Doesn't fall off. It's not
Yeah.
floppy or nothing. It's
Yeah.
lovely.
I like that.
All right, cool, man.
All right,
Thank
dude.
you for that. I don't even know if I'll name this anything per se.
You just name it.
Just another podcast or something.
Just name it voice recording
Memo.
number 1.
Number
voice
1.
memo number 1.
Number 2, number 3, number 4. All right, well, thank you. I'll try to add this later. Appreciate that.
Nice, dude.
Cool. Thank you.